What happened between Solas and Mythal?
I was not certain you would come.
You were the one who walked away. I never turn my back when my friend needs me.
The Evenurers seek the magic of the Blight.
Impossible.
Really looks like
The
them.
blight is safely sealed away forever.
Though I wish I could believe you, I have sensed the breaking of the wards.
I will investigate your claims. If they forget the danger of the blight, I will endeavor to remind them.
What if, instead, you left the Evenurers and remained with me? Do you not wish for freedom from this struggle?
Be at peace, love. I will stop them.
As you must.
Were they lovers?
The Blight is our mistake.
And that's what made her turn against the other Evenurers. The Blight.
Did
I love
Mythal
those
call
scenes.
Solas love in that memory?
That's what it sounded like.
I'm Neve.
So they were doing it.
The Elven gods were free with their emotions. They felt things deeply. The way they expressed things, well, it feels romantic to us, but that wasn't really how it was. Back then, I mean.
Nah, they were doing it.
Those are not mutually exclusive, Taash. Nah, I'm pretty much playing an Aura Ace bard. She's not really a seducer, but very charming. Ah, nice. I also gotta say, I played lots of bards. I never played a horny bard. I just played a very horny artificer / rogue. That's like the horniest character I ever played. Started with Dragon Heist, then moved to Saltmarsh, and now we are in the beginning of Vecna. Ooh, that's really cool. I heard many great things about the Vecna adventure. Ah, that's also the group. Did you use the same characters in like Dragon Heist, Saltmarsh, and Vecna, or just like same people playing, but like different characters each campaign? Oh, Bellara, you sweet summer child. Oh, yes. I don't think so, Ick. Nah, of course.
Oh, they were absolutely doing it.
Being with someone you're rebelling against doesn't sound like Solas.
He also met her in secret and talked about how they could run off together.
It
I
sounded
guess
so
Solas also
tragic
changed.
and romantic.
Oh, wait. Never mind. That does sound like him.
So the Dread Wolf goes to Mythal. They might be fighting, but they have history.
And he warns her about the other gods using the Blight.
I mean, Solas basically did the same thing with the Inquisition, just to point that out.
That's more important than his rebellion. It's like kingdoms coming together when an archdemon rises.
Mythal didn't think it was possible. She said the blight was sealed away. There's an old legend about it. Davrin, the one with Andrul's armor. Not sure it matters.
Can we ask more about that legend? Here we go.
We are deep in Elven lore already. What's the legend say?
Right. Well, Andrul was the goddess of the hunt. She put on armor, magic armor, made us something called the Void, drove her mad.
I remember this one. The other gods were afraid Andrul would turn on them. She was doing all kinds of horrible things, causing plagues. It does sound like the Blight.
Well, it all ends with Mythal fighting Andrul. After, Mythal turned into a dragon.
She what? Why didn't you start with that?
And when was she
Anyway,
killed?
she took Andrul's armor away. Then Andrul's madness left, and peace returned.
Intriguing. So it's possible Andrul stumbled onto the magic of the Blight.
And when Andrul went mad, Mythal took it from her and locked it away.
Until someone started using it again.
And I mean, looking better at the memories we uncovered so far, it really seems like the Evenurers started using it again, right? Mythal and Fenrirel definitely were shaboinking. You use that word a lot, I love it. Where's it from? Or is it like your own creation? I never heard that before, like before you used it. And yeah, most are the same characters. A few unfortunate events causing character, but not players to end up deaded. I'm very glad none of your players die while playing D&D. Andrul, blood and force save us from the time this weapon is thrown. Your people pray to you, spare us the moment we become your sacrifice. Yeah, doesn't sound like a friendly person. No, I guess actually Solas felt guilty. I don't think he was smug or, I mean, also worried, kinda. But, I mean, some of the things which motivate Solas to do stuff are like good reasons. It's just a very complex character and he's making like stupid decisions.
Okay, Solas warns Mythal about the other gods using the Blight. It's not just bad, it's something bad he feels responsible for. The Blight was our mistake.
How is the Blight their mistake? Did they find it? Did they make it? What does that mean?
Didn't you really find out that they created it?
It convinced Mythal to take him seriously.
So Mythal goes off to investigate what Solas says. Then, what? It's too clean.
Seems plenty messy with them doing it.
But this isn't just a memory. It's something Solas wanted to hide. What's the crime? What did we see here that he feels guilty about?
I think I might know.
I would assume that maybe Solas thinks that he sent Mythal to her doom, right? Mythal investigating it, I think, is what led to Mythal being killed by the Evenuris. And that's why Solas feels guilty about it.
When the Inquisitor was saving the world from the breach, he met Mythal.
What? Like in a dream?
It was complicated. She helped the Inquisition. There was a magic pond and a dragon. Nice. The
Good
point
story.
is, she also said the other elven gods betrayed her, killed her.
Content Machine and YouTube used it to avoid censorship and it kind of became iconic. I really like it. I'm not sure if I already asked you that, Deanna. If I did, I'm sorry for asking again, but are you planning to play Veilguard on your own? Not really, right? If memory doesn't betray me, you stopped kind of playing like Dragon Age after Origins, right? But still, are you playing with a thought?
Okay, sorry. Point of order. If they killed Mythal, how was she still around to help the Inquisition?
Elven god magic?
Didn't you play the first Dragon Age games, Rook?
She'd spent centuries gathering strength and sharing people's bodies, I think.
If it was a truly benign possession, that speaks to her character.
I think the Blight is something to do with the Titans in the lore. As I know, it's Mythalcus, the first Titan. Oh, I didn't know anything about that. And finds Lyrium for the first time. The Blight, I think, is a curse or corruption or Titan blood or pure Lyrium. I mean, we at least know that, not Algernon, the other one. Why do they have so complicated Elvish names? We do know that the other Evenuris who escaped, Ghilanane, I think. I just say it with enough confidence. Ghilanane. We at least know that she's experimenting with the Blight. True, we don't know if she created it. Seems like that's correct, probably, Alistair. Because then it would also make sense why Solas says to Mythal, it's our mistake. He wouldn't say that if, like, Ghilanane, like, created that in her laboratory, right? Stopped after Dragon Age 2, but not really too interested in it. Okay, just like gameplay-wise or story-wise. Say it with enough confidence and no one will challenge it. That's what I always do, Luna. Well, actually not. I'm not confident enough to do that most of the time. But like in exams or stuff like that, like if you have like oral exams, I always was like, that's like that.
Solas tried to do the right thing by warning Mythal about the other gods using the Blight. But he got her killed.
Well, it's not just that she died.
What do you mean, Taash?
It's... Ugh. There was stuff he wanted to tell her, but he waited too long, and then she was dead. He never got to make it right. That twists you up.
That's it. There's our crime.
Doesn't
Taash,
really
speaking
tell us
from
anything we can
experience.
use, though.
We know more than we did. That's something.
Then I guess we keep our eyes open if we come across more of these memories.
I love it. Also been an expensive day. Despite being Black Friday, discount I still paid a good chunk of monies for a new computer. Oh nice! What kind of computer are you getting? I hope I got a nice deal. Alright, and we were just watching more memories. And also, did you buy the new computer for a specific game, Vienna, or just in general? Ooh, that looks dark.
You dare to try to cage us, jealous of our growing power!
You will pay the final price for this betrayal.
Solas
We
banishing
warned you
them.
not to use the Blight. For this, and for Mythal, I sentence you to sleep in exile ever after. Your own lives will form the veil that keeps the horror you unleashed at bay.
Must have been really powerful magic. But their life force
So
is
he
the veil.
locked the gods away and created a veil between this world and the Fade.
Gosh,
I
Solas,
mean,
are you
they
powerful?
were terrible, no question. But what he did, it didn't just stop them. It destroyed our culture, our world.
It wasn't just to stop them. It was to stop the Blight. We've seen how bad Elganon and Gillenane are. Imagine all 7 corrupted gods running wild.
So he created the Veil just to keep the Elven gods locked in their prison?
Yes, to keep them from accessing the Fade. But was the creation of the Veil around the world an accident?
You heard him yelling. That's not the sound of a ritual going right.
What do you think, Rook?
Yeah. It seems like like Solas just wanted to imprison them, right? And not like he wanted to create the veil and separate the Fade. I mean, that's also what he said in the beginning of this game and at the end of Inquisition, or of Trespasser to be precise. And that's the mistake he wanted to undo. I love how important the Blight is again. Because I mean, it was like the main thing in Origins, and kind of got less important in the later games, right? I mean, kind of had like Blighted Lyrium in the second one, but I just like how many questions they answer. We can't really say like anything about the veil being created, though.
Honestly, I'm a little relieved. I've been feeling out of my depth trying to stop ancient gods. But Solas was flailing just as much as we are.
I had another question, and I'm sorry, maybe this doesn't matter, but Solas trapped the blighted gods in an ancient elven building, right?
That's what it looks like. Maybe a
building?
palace? Fancier than what I've seen in Arlethan, at least.
And then, the Magisters were lured into the Fade. They broke in, which let the Blight escape, and turned the Golden City black.
Right, and the Black City hangs in the Fade, a little reminder of their mistakes. What's wrong, Lace?
It's just... the Chant of Light says that the Maker built for them the Golden City, the center of all creation. But if
Was
the
it
Golden
Solas?
City was an ancient elven palace, then the Maker didn't build it. The Elves did. The Chant of Light is Andraste's visions from the Maker, but it sounds like it's... wrong.
You're asking if we just disprove...
Or the Maker is actually like the view of like some things some elves did. Maybe the Maker is just like a different version of what very powerful elves did in the past or something. Huh. Ah, it's interesting. I love it.
Prove the entire Andrastian faith.
Did we?
I mean, the things don't really add up. We already had those discussions in the first 3 games. let's give her our condolences, I guess.
The Maker was never my faith, Lace. But I'm sorry this is hard for you.
The Chant of Light has seen many iterations over the centuries. This may simply change our understanding of it.
But this was the one I grew up with.
Oh.
My ma still sings the chant. You know?
The Dalish clans are struggling with the same thing. What do we keep? What do we lose?
The Elven gods, the Maker. No matter who you light a candle to, you've got some hard questions to ask yourself right now.
Doctrine is not the truth. It is one of many paths to the truth.
I recognize the sentiment, though not the specific quote. Who said that?
Who?
My mother.
Ah.
Questions of faith aside, we have some very real gods that still need killing.
Looks like there are 3 more of these murals with the Dreadwolf's old memories. Wonder what else he's hiding.
Nice. So, I wonder if we can unlock all of them already. Gaming laptop, GeForce RTX 4060, AMD Ryzen 7, 16GB RAM. Only worry about the 512GB SSD hard drive, but I've bought an 8TB external HDD for storage. Nice, sounds cool. So far, did you already like game on a laptop, or did you mainly game on like desktop computers? It sounds like a good buy. And yeah, I mean, 8TB of external storage is quite a bit. And I mean, I don't know what kind of laptop it is, but maybe you can also just like change the SSD hard drive in the future. So, another memory.
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I have the Fade. Besides this talk of taking on a solid form, I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
Delirium gives us the strength we had when we were of the Fade. We are the best of physical and spirit. I need your wisdom, Solas. To withstand the louder voices who would go too far like Elganon. I need you.
This is madness. You must know that. I will always follow where you go.
Huh.
What?
This is astounding. The ancient elves were spirits who voluntarily manifested a physical form.
Yeah, I'm just speechless. That is so interesting. Also, like, kind of typical for, like, elves who are usually, like, more spirit-like in lore. But that changes so much. That's also why they lose their immortality. Because they lose the access to the fate. They used to be of the fate. They didn't used to be of the material world. That's insane. And that also explains why some of them are so powerful, because they're just like spirits. They are one with magic, basically. The first elves were split. The first elves were spirits creating a real body for themselves of lyrium. That really is insane.
I'd rather go back to talking about the Blight.
Hey, Lucanis. Could Spite turn into an elf?
No.
Sorry, but... what?
That... no. So that means our ancestors as elves were spirits. Crazy. This also explains why Solas was like so much into saving spirits, also in keeping Cole a spirit and not humanizing him. Because he was probably afraid of Cole also becoming mortal. Gosh, mind blown. I guess all secrets out.
As world-shaking revelations go, finding out we came from spirits is kind of fun.
Really?
Actually, a whole lot of things make more sense now. Like why some magic works differently for elves than everyone else.
And we wouldn't have that magic if not for this.
The knowledge that an entire people were formed from a mass manifestation could change our entire understanding of magic.
If we let it out, is that the right call? Do you...
The crazy thing is that, like, how much did all the elves forget? To forget that.
Do you want bigoted humans yelling about how elves are demons?
Davrin's got a point. World's not short on small-minded humans.
True. That's the other point. Here, dialogue option 2. Nobody would buy it. Who would even believe that? Do we even have proof?
If the world learned about this and it led to attacks against elves...
Elves have enough trouble as it is down in Ferelden.
We have to tell someone, though. Strife and Irulan, at least.
If I told Thea and Viago, they'd think I was sampling Viago's poison collection. No one would believe us.
Okay. We keep this to people we trust who have good reason to know. No shouting it from the rooftops.
Crazy.
Agreed. The Morn Watch has a great deal of experience keeping dangerous secrets.
So, beyond the world-shaking stuff, what else did we learn here? Solas himself was a spirit.
What kind do you think he was?
And that makes so much
His
sense.
name is Elven for pride.
Oh, okay.
There's something else. Not about spirits.
That was easy.
Or not all about them, at least. Solas didn't want to become a person with a physical body.
Right. He only agreed after Mythal begged him.
Then that's his regret. He wishes he'd never taken physical form.
Maybe. But not just that. Solas was scared. They built their bodies out of lyrium, and it made the ground shake.
It's really crazy. I do wonder if you're correct about that, Alistair. If, like, hurting the Titans, if the Titans cursed them or something, and that's how the Blight was created. Yes, elves are demons. No, Toril. We are former spirits, not demons. Solas was the spirit of wisdom, and becoming an elf turned him into pride. How do you know that, Malachan? How do you know what kind of spirit Solas used to be?
Lyrium is the blood of the Titans.
The Titans would have felt it as an attack. They defended themselves.
The first
I would also feel attacked if someone tried to use my blood to do something.
memory we saw, with Elgranon seizing power, it happened at the end of a war.
That was the war?
A war between the Titans and the Elves.
Lace, I'm so sorry.
It feels like we still don't have the full picture. But I think that's part of what Solas regrets. He didn't see the danger.
Except...
In the end, it seems like they just used to be curious spirits trying to do something, right? Solas is elvish for pride. Yeah, I mean, the game just said that. I wonder where you take from that Solas was the spirit of wisdom.
He did. He was worried. You said it yourself.
He did it for Mythal. Everything that followed, he could have prevented. If he just told her no.
Then he's got a war on his conscience. Plus, whatever we find next.
But is it on his conscience, or isn't it more on Mythal's conscience, because she kinda did it first? Crazy. Crazy. He was the spirit of egg, in my opinion. Can't argue with that, Luna. Okay, I just saw that Davrin leveled up, so let's use that. So, my dear Davrin, I think we're just upgrading Battlecry some more, because it's just like best skill. For each enemy taunted by Davrin, he gains 10% bonus damage for the duration of the effect. And when enemies are taunted, they take 300 physical damage, which is kind of nice. Or when enemies are taunted, they take 40 fire damage per second. How long does it work? It doesn't tell me, does it? I'm not sure if 40 damage per second is more than like 300 flat. Let's go for the flat physical damage. And Mythal seems like a spirit of justice. Or like benevolence or something. I don't know. I mean, Mythal in general seems to be, yeah, a lot about justice. But also, at least from what we saw about Mythal, also a lot about like empathy, not just like straight, flat out justice like possessing Enders.